Good morning. I am Technical Sergeant Kenneth Rundell, and I will be your narrator for today's ceremony. Today's event is a celebration of the remarkable achievements of these graduating airmen. It is also a ceremony that both teaches and appreciates our United States military heritage. Over the last 7.5 weeks, these airmen have been transformed from civilians into motivated, disciplined warrior airmen with the foundation to serve in the world's greatest United States Air and Space Forces. Once these airmen leave basic military training, they will continue on to technical training to learn the skills needed to perform in their unique specialties. They will then transition onto numerous bases around the world, some working directly with our sister services. Of the hundreds of thousands of American citizens that enter the workforce each year, less than 1% have joined the ranks of the United States military. These airmen have reached a milestone in their military journey and will require your continued support to assist them in their future endeavors. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the arrival of our official party and the playing of musical honors. Please remain standing for the playing of the national anthem and the invocation given by Chaplain Harris.
I invite you to bow with me in prayer. Almighty God, it's an honor today to live and serve in the land of the free. May we all find gratefulness in our hearts for the many freedoms we enjoy. And may we live lives worthy of honoring those men and women who paid the price for that freedom. We thank you for this happy occasion that brings us together as fellow airmen, leaders, families, and friends. We rejoice with these graduates on this special day of achievement and celebration, and we ask for your blessing on these young men and women who have worked these many difficult weeks and given so much of themselves to wear the uniform of the world's greatest air and space forces. We thank you for their families and the sacrifices they have made to make this day possible. We ask that you would fill their hearts with Wolfpack pride as they now witness the fruit of their labor. We acknowledge the dedication, devotion, and skill of the MTIs and the 331st Training Squadron staff who have dedicated their time and talents to train and prepare these men and women to lead and pray you would give them a sense of accomplishment in their faithful service to these graduates. Grant these airmen strength that they may remain steadfast in the cause of truth and justice, and may they always bring honor to their Air Force, to their family, to themselves. Watch over all our military personnel in harm's way. Be with them as they are serving around the globe, protecting our freedoms. In your holy name I pray. Amen.
Thank you, Chaplain Harris. Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to today's Basic Military Training Graduation Ceremony. We would like to introduce our distinguished guests, beginning with the hosts for today's ceremony. The Commander and Superintendent, Air Force Basic Military Training, Colonel Michael Newsom, and Chief Master Sergeant Larry Gaitan. Our guest speakers, the Commander and Command Chief, Air Force Installation and Mission Support Center, Major General John Wilcox, and Chief Master Sergeant Edwin Ludwigson. From the graduating squadron, the Commander and Superintendent, 331st Training Squadron, Lieutenant Colonel John Marks, and Chief Master Sergeant Tawana Hannibal. Also in attendance with us today, the Vice Commander, 37th Training Wing, Joint Base San Antonio Lackland, Texas, Colonel Megan Schaefer. Although time does not permit us to introduce all of our distinguished guests, the 737th Training Group is proud to welcome each of you. We hope you enjoy today's ceremony. Today's ceremony celebrates the remarkable accomplishments of this graduation class. Our nation's future rests upon the dedication of this new class of warriors who we honor today. Ladies and gentlemen, Chief Master Sergeant Ludwigson will now come forward and address our graduating class.
Good morning, and ladies and gentlemen watching via live stream, and congratulations to our graduates, our airmen. What a wonderful day this is. I'm glad the weather held out a little bit, right? We weren't sure what to expect today. I heard them talking about snow in San Antonio. If that's not 2020, right? What is it? So it's great, but welcome everyone. I tell you what, Major General Wilcox, thank you for letting me be your wingman. Colonel Schaefer, Colonel Newsom, Chief, thank you. I appreciate it. It's an honor to be out here and get to participate in this graduation. To our families, the way I like to start this off is this is a little different, right? You guys are at home watching, but I appreciate you tuning in. Some of you might be out at the mall. You might be in your car watching. You could be sitting in your living room, but we're glad to have you. And what I want you to do is I don't want you to be bashful wherever you're at in here. Let's make some noise for these graduates, these newest airmen. Let's get loud wherever you're at. I tell you what, let's celebrate. This is a celebration. To any veterans that we have tuning in today, thank you for your service. Thank you for your continued support. To our MTIs, wow. Your dedication and commitment to excellence is amazing, and it's second to none. Second to none. Your leadership is forever imprinted in the mindsets of these airmen. Don't forget that, and that's powerful. Thank you for what you do every day. But most importantly, to our graduates, our newest airmen, I'm proud of you, and I'm proud of your accomplishments. You should be proud of your accomplishments. You're not here on accident. You've earned the right to stand in this formation today. When I look over your formation, I see a powerful and a dominant weapon system. I see the single most important reason why we are the best air and space force the world has ever seen. I see discipline, motivated, and skill of our new airmen. I want you to pause on that for a second. You are the reason for our dominance. Your commitment will ensure our competitive advantage and our ability to hold at risk any adversary that seeks to threaten our sovereignty and our way of life. As you move forward and build upon the last 7.5 weeks of training, I'm going to give you a little easy thing to think about, what I call the 3 E's to excellence: energy, effort, and expertise. Reflect on these as you go through your Air Force career. Energy. This is the vigor and attitude in which you attack every day, every opportunity, every task. Always remember, your attitude reflects your leadership. Effort. This is about hard work. As our Chief Master Sergeant of the Air Force, Joanne Bass, would say, be deliberate, be purposeful, and make it count. Commit yourself, always putting forth your best. Always. We need it. And expertise. Your nation is relying on you, not to simply be the best airman you can be, but we need you to be the best expert at your job. You will move on to different functional areas, but whatever your job, I demand your commitment to excellence. Apply yourself. Study. Study hard. Study more. Every day, look for ways to better yourself. Be known as the expert of your craft. As airmen, we demand your best. We demand your energy, effort, and expertise. Congratulations, airmen. Wow, that sounds good. I'm proud of you, and I'm honored to serve with each and every one of you. Major General Wilcox, I have no doubt these airmen are ready to graduate.
Thank you, Chief Ludwigson. Military training instructors, you may proceed.
At this part of the ceremony, the military training instructors will distribute the venerable Airman's coin. The lore of military coins have many colorful, if only suspected, origins. However, a popular story stems from American volunteer-formed flying squadrons in France during World War I. One of the volunteers was a wealthy lieutenant who took great pride in his service and had medallions cast in bronze with his squadron's emblem on them. He gave these medallions to every member of his unit. Not long after, one of the pilots was shot down behind enemy lines and was captured by a German patrol. The German forces took all of the pilot's possessions, except for the pilot's medallion that he had around his neck. While in a confinement in a small French village, the captured pilot took advantage of a nighttime bombardment by the Allies. He donned civilian clothes and escaped. After crossing the front lines to safety, he came across a French outpost where the French initially thought him a saboteur, until he showed them his unit coin. The French forces recognized the unit emblem, and instead of any harsher treatment, he received a bottle of wine. Today, there are many military units that have developed their own unique coins and specific rules for them. Many organizations give out their unit coins in recognition of outstanding performances and achievements. The coin the airmen received today is unique in that it originates here at the gateway to the Air Force and is only given to those who complete the rigorous course of instruction and cross into the blue. On one side of the coin, the original emblem of the Air Force resides, as envisioned by General Henry Hap Arnold, one of the original military aviators and later commander of the Army Air Forces in World War II. Beneath the emblem, the date, 1947, the birthday of the United States Air Force. And around the rim of the coin, the venerable core values of the Air Force: integrity first, service before self, and excellence in all we do. Inscribed on the other side of the coin is the new recognized emblem of the Air Force, a symbol that honors the heritage of our past and represents the promise of our future. The emblem retains the core elements of the Henry Hap Arnold emblem, the Arnold wings, and the star within a circle. The modern effect of the emblem reflects our Air and Space Force today and into the future. Inscribed in the half circle above the new Air Force emblem is our motto: aim high, fly, fight, win. And on the border of the coin, a reminder to all those who see this is inscribed: awarded on the occasion of becoming an airman in the world's greatest Air Force.
Congratulations, Airmen. Now how about that squadron pride? Ladies and gentlemen, please stand as our newest airmen recite the Airman's Creed. I am an American airman. Thank you. Please be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, General Wilcox will now come forward and say a few words.
Wow. What an impressive sight. I'm honored and I'm humbled to be able to be part of this ceremony and be standing with you today. What started out as 20 flights 7.5 weeks ago is now 18 flights standing in front of me today. 17 flights in this squadron have fought through COVID-19 restrictions, restriction of movement, quarantine. But I'm telling you, this is a testament to you. It's a testament to the military training instructor standing in front of you. It's a testament to the 737 training group and the 37 training wings leadership that we are able to do this and continue these graduations and celebrate you today. Our nation needs basic training to continue. Our Air Force needs basic training to continue. You need basic training to continue. Success is a team sport. And there are 18 flights, 735 graduates standing in front of me that are joining one of our nation's very best teams, the United States Air Force. We didn't get here alone. I've been in the Air Force almost 30 years, and I have never done anything alone. It takes our families, takes our supervisors, takes our spouses. It takes the person standing in front of you, behind you, and next to you for you to succeed. Families, I know you're disappointed you're not here today, and I'm disappointed that you're not standing and sitting in this arena right now. But families, I just ran through what this squadron's been through in the last 7.5 weeks. And I'm disappointed, but it's also one of those things that we have to do to keep our trainees safe. And their safety is always our #1 priority. So we will continue this and continue to fight through COVID as long as we have to. Moms and dads, thank you. Thank you for raising great men and women who chose to wear our nation's cloth and stand for and protect the freedoms that we all have come to enjoy all of our lives. You sent your sons and daughters off to a 7.5, 8 weeks ago. You trusted us with them. And we work hard not to violate that trust. As a father of 4 kids myself, put a check mark in the win column. Your sons and daughters started something and they finished it and they saw it all the way through to the end. That's winning. Trainees, that's winning. Spouses, thank you. You're a husband or wife departed 7.5, 8 weeks ago. We've had them, you haven't seen them, and you've been taking care of the house and everything else while we've been taking care of them and they've been taking care of us. It's not an easy road, but it's one that you can win just like these graduates did. And there's great things to be serving our nation alongside your active duty military member. Veterans, wow! The 37th Training Wing is doing it right, and you would be proud of the airmen that they are graduating. Trainees, we stand on the shoulders of great airmen every single day. There's not that many World War II vets left, but they ensured the freedoms and the world order that we live in today. And then we didn't say thanks like we should have to the Korean vets and the Vietnam vets until a little bit later, but they prevented communism from spreading across the world. And we are forever thankful and indebted to them. And then for the last 30 years, your Air Force has been engaged in combat operations somewhere across the globe, taking care of those folks that needed a little help to ensure their way of life. Military training instructors, thank you. You're the heart and soul of basic military training. You prepare and ensure that the graduates, that these young men and women are turned into a team with similar core values at the end of this operation. But graduates, it's your time. You're entering one of America's greatest teams, the United States Air Force. There's not a whole lot of places that can take individuals from all around the globe, bring them together, instill in them the same core values, build that team where you help each other through every single task. That's what the Air Force and that's what the military is about. Nobody fights a war on their own. Nobody does a task on their own. And you haven't done basic military training on your own. Continue to lean on this team as you go forward. Continue to take care of this team as you go forward. Doesn't matter what race, religion, sex the person standing with you is or are, that person is standing with you and is fighting for the same things you are. It doesn't matter if you joined the military because your mom and dad was a patriot, kicked you out of the house, or you wanted education benefits, a better way of life for yourself. It does not matter. You are here. You are an airman now. You are part of this team. You must take care of this team. That's what makes us great. Finally, airmen, remember why we serve. I just ran down the reasons you joined. But why we serve to guarantee those rights and those freedoms for our families, for us, for our children, for the generations to come, that they can experience and live through this great nation, what we have gotten. 2020 has been a tough year. You know, you hear everybody talking about 2020, and they're ready to get to 2021. I'm ready to get to 2021. But you know what? Not everything was bad in 2020. Specifically, you and what you have accomplished in the last 8 weeks. And what this squadron, the Wolf Pack, who leads the way, has accomplished in 2020. So I'm proud of you. I'm honored. I'm humbled to be standing here with you, able to share this moment with 2 days left in 2020. You are the picture of what good things come out of 2020. I just have one question for you. Are you ready to join the ranks of the world's greatest air and space force?
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand. General Wilcox will now administer the oath of enlistment.
Graduates, please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name. Do solemnly swear or affirm that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic. And that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same. And that I will obey the orders of the President of the United States. And the orders of the officers appointed over me. According to regulations and the Uniform Code of Military Justice. So help me God. Congratulations, Airmen, and welcome to the greatest air and space forces.
Thank you, General Wilcox. Ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing for the singing of the Air Force song and the departure of our official party. From the 331st Training Squadron, Flight 069, led by Technical Sergeant Monica Brady, Military Training Instructor, hometown, Bronx, New York. Flight 070, led by Technical Sergeant Adam Chambers, military training instructor, hometown, Summitville, Indiana. Flight 078, led by Technical Sergeant Joshua Casey, military training instructor, hometown, Fairhaven, Vermont. Flight 072, led by Staff Sergeant Freddie Faust, military training instructor, hometown, Wichita, Kansas. Flight 073, led by Staff Sergeant David Escobar, military training instructor, hometown, Bishop, Texas. PT Excellence Flight 074, led by Master Sergeant Pavey Stone, military training instructor, hometown, Polo, South Dakota. Academic Excellence Flight 075, led by Technical Sergeant Joseph Sheridan, military training instructor, hometown, Coventry, Rhode Island. Flight 076, led by Staff Sergeant Keith Dismute, military training instructor, hometown, Rockford, Illinois. Flight 077, led by Technical Sergeant Randy Edwards, military training instructor, hometown, Ponchatoula, Louisiana. Flight 079, led by Staff Sergeant Daniel Fitzpatrick, military training instructor, hometown, Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Flight 080, led by Technical Sergeant James McCarson, military training instructor, hometown, Chicago, Illinois. Flight 082, led by Technical Sergeant Benjamin Pressler, military training instructor, hometown, Schertz, Texas. Flight 083, led by Staff Sergeant Tyrone Dave, military training instructor, hometown, Kansas City, Missouri. Flight 084, led by Technical Sergeant Jeffrey Jordan, military training instructor, hometown, Modesto, California. Flight 085, led by Technical Sergeant Frisco Folks, military training instructor, hometown, Clovis, New Mexico. Flight 086, led by Technical Sergeant Kelsey Hannaford, military training instructor, hometown, Alton, New Hampshire. BMT Excellence Flight 087, led by Master Sergeant Stephanie Russ, military training instructor trainer, hometown, Cleveland, Ohio. PT Excellence Flight 088, led by Technical Sergeant Benjamin Kimmel, Military Training Instructor, hometown Yakima, Washington.